This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
The time is 6:53. Time to get you ready to take on your Tuesday in the morning sprint.
Sydney Charles has new details about ballistic missile strikes launched at Iraq.
But first, we're expecting some heavy snow tonight. Let's get right over to Allison Martinez with a look at your forecast.
We are expecting our first traces of snow tonight. Closer to midnight is where we're going to be seeing the first of it. We're expecting 2 to 4 inches overnight. Now, we do have a first alert weather alert day for tomorrow. Heavy snow is expected, 8 inches plus. This is in eastern Washington and the Idaho Panhandle. In place for tomorrow. Both that morning and that evening commute are going to be tricky, so give yourself plenty of time.
Eastern Washington and North Idaho are feeling the impacts of the extreme cold. A number of businesses, schools, and other organizations have had issues with pipes freezing and even bursting due to all these low temperatures. This is what employees at Heat Praxia, a locally owned sauna studio in Coeur d'Alene, walked into Saturday morning. A pipe burst due to the frigid temperatures. The general manager said it took almost an hour and a half to get the water to finally shut off. That space is completely devastated. She says it's been a very tearful last few days.
And a few miles from Heat Praxia is a favorite local restaurant having some similar problems. The pipes at Tomato Street in Coeur d'Alene froze on Saturday and burst Sunday evening. The restaurant is closed for at least a week, putting dozens of employees now out of work.
Burst pipes also closing the Women and Children's Free restaurant. That restaurant posted this on the Facebook page saying curbside services are on a temporary break. The restaurant normally hands out free meals to needy families on Wednesdays. If you were counting on a meal, the restaurant suggests calling 211 for food assistance from other local resources. And North Idaho STEM Academy also starting the day with some burst pipes, saying it'll be closed for the foreseeable future.
Now, these cold temperatures forced the closure of the Numerica Skate Ribbon and Sky Ride in downtown Spokane for the 4th consecutive day. These attractions were initially closed on Friday because of the cold snap. According to the Facebook page, the Skate Ribbon opened up again yesterday afternoon from 4:30 to 8. We'll let you know if it opens again today.
As we start to warm up from this cold snap, so will our water pipes. That also means the risk for home flooding and residential disaster also increases. If your home floods, experts recommend calling for help immediately to get on a list, as these companies are already inundated with calls and can't guarantee you help right away.
The judge in the quadruple murder case against Bryan Kohberger is ordering prosecutors to hand over more information about the genealogy methods used to identify him as a suspect. Kohberger is charged with the murders of these 4 University of Idaho students. They were stabbed to death in their off-campus home in November of 2022. Investigators collected DNA on a knife sheath that was left at the crime scene. They found no match in the National Criminal Database, but they were led to Kohberger using a public genealogy database. Judge John Judge ruled the state needs to hand over a portion of the information, but the order does not specify exactly what. Prosecutors want Kohberger to go on trial in June. Kohberger faces the death penalty if convicted.
The Spokane Police Department arrested 9 people for package theft over the holidays. The Stolen Property Enforcement and Recovery Unit also began a bait package program that's successful in tracking stolen packages and making arrests. Porch thefts aren't limited to the holiday seasons, so SPD stresses that if you become a victim of package theft, call Crime Check. The number right there, 509-456-2233.
This morning, tensions are escalating in the Middle East following deadly missile strikes inside Iraq. The strikes are raising concern that Iran is getting more aggressive in the region. Officials say Iran launched the ballistic missiles, claiming to target the local headquarters of Israel's intelligence agency. The strikes killed at least 4 people. Some blasts hit near the U.S. consulate, while others were reported in Syria. All of this raising concern about a wider spillover of violence across the region stemming from the conflict in Gaza. Coverage on the ongoing war between Israel and Hamas is coming up next on Good Morning America.
The Washington Attorney General is filing a lawsuit to block a proposed merger between Kroger and Albertsons. Bob Ferguson says allowing the 2 largest supermarket companies in the state to merge would severely limit shopping options and destroy competition that helps keep prices low. The merger would sell off more than 100 stores across the state. Ferguson says the merger would lead to a monopoly. To read more about the lawsuit, you can find the story on our website, KXLY.com.
Republican lawmakers in Idaho are again trying to pass a bill that would restrict access to obscene or harmful material at schools and public libraries. It also allows people to sue if the library or school violates provisions of the bill. A bill passed last year was ultimately vetoed by the governor, who said he was concerned harmful content could be easily accessible on their phones and internet rather than libraries.